if there's ever an issue, do not be silent, because silence is basically, if it's not instigating it, it's allowing it. It's allowing the problem. And I say that silence is just as deadly as supporting something. So I would say if you ever see an injustice, to go ahead and call it out.
Hello, Samuel. Welcome to La Cima Memorias.
Thank you, muchas gracias.
We want to kick off this interview by inviting you to introduce yourself to our listeners. So, first question I have is can you tell us who you are?
Um, I'm Samuel. I'm Sam. I graduated from Lake Stevens High School. I attend Everett Community College, and I'm studying for business, hopefully to get a bachelor's. And then I like a lot of music. I like weightlifting, things like that. Anything to keep active.
Can you say more about who and where do you come from?
I'm from San Isidro, Michoacan. That's where all my family comes from, and that's basically like where I feel like I started. I was born in Wenatchee, but I feel more connected with San Isidro personally. I come from a family of five, including myself, two little sisters, myself being the oldest, and my mom and my dad. Yeah,
What has it meant to be the oldest?
it's it's a lot of responsibility. You're the first, since you're the first one. You kind of go through all the like the trial. Your parents change. You watch things change. Sometimes you get a lot of the harder parts, and then you have to learn things a lot quicker, and you have to be like a role model to basically the younger ones, so that they could follow like um a good example.
Can you tell me what La Cima means to you?
La Cima for me means a lot to me. Basically, all throughout high school and all throughout my early academic years, I was really quiet, and I didn't say much. And at La Cima, I kind of did. At the beginning, I was doing the same thing. I was really quiet. I wouldn't say much, and little by little, uh, I opened up more. And for the first time in a really long time, uh, I was vulnerable. Uh, I let people see part of what I was, where I came from, because the stories that I heard basically inspired me. Because there's a lot of hardships that people go through, and it inspired me to open up, to listen, to empathize, and it basically means change, empathy, and just perseverance.
Would you say that those are the things you took away or you're left with? Is there anything in addition to that?
Those are, yeah. A couple of things that I did take away were a lot of friends. I learned a lot of people skills as well that I did not have. I was able to do a lot of like eye contact. I was able to uh, listen better. I was able to connect more and just be a better person, because from La Cima I learned, like I took away that you never know what somebody's carrying in their bag. So therefore it's you have to be like more respectful of like the things that people are going through, like more empathetic and things like that.
Thank you. What is the best memory you've made at La Cima?
The best memory was probably when I was a JC, my first year as a JC. I took a guitar to La Cima just out of cracks and giggles. I wanted to play it, and I had a group. My dorm D1. They basically they grabbed the guitar, and they're really hip hop fans. So I was really surprised when I heard them grab the guitar and they made a corrido, which is basically like a story with the guitar, and it's really cool. They broke it down in like 30 minutes. They had a tune, they had lyrics, they had, it was crazy, and it was really fun for me to watch that.
Creation process. What keeps you going in this moment?
At this moment, what keeps me going is I would say the possibility for change, the possibility that tomorrow could be a better day, and that um, fighting for it, striving for it, believing in it would definitely bring peace, equity. And I say equity because equality would be that everybody gets the same thing, when in reality, sometimes some people need more than others. So that's where the equity comes from. And just basically that the world could be a better place.
What motivates you?
I would say that a lot of people think that they they don't think they can make a difference, but what motivates me is when I when I go out and I think to myself, I probably won't make a difference if I do something. And then if I just if I just go all in and I try something and it makes a difference, it motivates me to want to do more things. So like seeing what you can do, the impact that you can make. Even if you don't the first time, there's always a second time. So it helps motivate. And then a small thing too is music. I love music. I love to hear it. I love to write. I love music all the way around. So those two things keep me going a lot.
Wonderful. What actions are you taking now?
I recently bought beats offline, and like actual musical beats, and I was starting to write, and I wanted to write like a song, like for the world, like basically like about um like the systematic oppression that our black brothers and sisters have suffered through for 400 years, the constant use of different labors, like the Hispanic laborers, the Chinese workers, black labor, things like that. Just like just trying to like speak knowledge, basically.
Through your art.
Through art.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Uh, Now, to wrap up our interview, we'll do some quick lightning round questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What is a book or podcast you recommend to everyone?
A book that I definitely recommend would be it's called My Bloody Life. It's by Raimundo Sanchez, and it's basically uh, it's a book about how a kid basically joins a gang, all the things that he goes through, and basically his recommendation to stay away from those things because of just all the hardships that come with it, all the disaster, everything that comes with it is just not worth it.
What is a piece of advice you would say to your younger self or wish you had heard when you were younger?
Everything's gonna be okay. As a kid, I always overthought things, but everything is gonna be okay, and just uh, work work with it as you go. Every solution comes as you go. Every solution will pop up.
What is a call to action you have for our listeners?
If there's ever an issue, do not be silent, because silence is basically, if it's not instigating it, it's allowing it. It's allowing the problem. And I say that silence is just as deadly as supporting something. So I would say if you ever see an injustice, to go ahead and call it out. It doesn't matter what bridges are burnt. Some things just need to be called out as they are.
Thank you for joining us today, Samuel.
Absolutely. Thank you.